Friday. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at myself right now and I need to shave. This is getting crazy. Oh, how's everyone's week go today? Oh my gosh. What did I just say? That's the week we've been having, I feel like. How did everybody's week go? That's what I want to know. Like let me try to think. What was the big thing I feel like that happened this week? Someone called me something that I thought was super funny. Somebody this week called me a rice ninja. That's really funny. Oh, what a week! It feels like a whole month went by in these last few days. We'll see how things go. That's what I want to know. That's what we want to know. How's everyone's week? How is it going? Is your 401k a little bit smaller? I don't know. You know, that's just one of those things that I just don't even look at. you know, um, I don't know. A few years ago, I basically sold off all my stocks, and I am stockless. So the market goes up, I'm like, oh no. If market goes down, doesn't affect me. So we'll see. We will see. How's everyone's week going? I don't know. I felt like it feels like the air is heavy. That's what it feels like. I don't know. We'll see. This like everyone keeps saying the market. I popped up on top of your feed. Yes, we're going places. We're going places. um, Maybe the algorithm knows that you just need to just hear some random stuff. Like I said earlier, the funniest thing that someone called me this week was Rice Ninja. I don't know why that stuck in my head. They were like, "How's it going, little Rice Ninja?" And I was like, "Wow, that was so funny." Uh, I kind of miss those days. I feel like the name calling is not as strong as it used to be when I was little. Like, um, I was thinking that I don't know if you guys know, I have a little one, right? And so I hang out with like parents that have little ones too, and I just feel like kids these days are weak. You know why? It's because they didn't grow up with like your mama jokes or something. Like they just didn't. I don't feel like they like grew up with the craziness. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. What else is going on? Because we don't want to talk about the craziness of our 401k. We want to talk about fun stuff. What is something funny that came on that happened to you this week? There's got to be something funny that happened. I know for me it was the highlight of my day what this week was I found that in Home Depot they have a section called Oopsie Paint. It's in the paint section, right? And you can get paint, big cans of paint for $5. Now, what am I gonna do? Or 50 cents, and it's like random colors. But normally these cans are like $60 or in the $20 range. So now I have a whole bunch of random colors that I got for 50 cents. What am I gonna do with 50? What should I do with this cheap paint? What can I do with it? I gotta do something like this is one of those things that you see a deal, you gotta get it. What else did I get this week that I thought was really cool? Michaels had I don't know if you guys know, in Michaels, right? Michaels, they sell craft stuff and then random holiday stuff. That's what they survive on. Michaels survives on holidays and random craft stuff. But they mainly survive off holidays. That's their jam, right? And after every holiday, Michaels, they pack up all the stuff that they have, like just whatever that didn't sell during the holidays, whatever holiday just passed, and then they pack it all up and they put in these boxes that you can get for $5. And what I like to do is go in there, get those boxes, and then resell the stuff in there. There's like cool stuff that you could just resell. But you have to hold it for a whole year because good luck trying to sell what just passed right now. St. Patty's Day just passed. So this time I went in there and it was a bunch of St. Patty's Day stuff. So good luck trying to sell St. Patty's Day stuff during Easter. You gotta hold the whole. You gotta hold everything for a whole year, right? But this year during Thanksgiving, so they had go they call them grab boxes. They had grab boxes for Halloween, and in one of those grab boxes was a whole jug. Like, it's if you're on your phone right now, probably twice as big as your phone of fake blood. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. It's basically, I think it's like half a gallon of fake blood. I I should have whipped it out for April Fools, but like I said earlier, April Fools. No one was in the mood for April Fools. There was too much going on, so April Fools did not happen. But I have a whole half gallon right now of fake blood, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. Hmm. The one thing that my friend did, which I thought was really fun, is that how you're losing teeth. Well, one of the times my friend lost his tooth. That you lose your baby teeth all the time. It was his last one or second to last one. He was older, maybe like end of elementary school, maybe sixth grade, somewhere around there. He was older, and it was baby tooth. And what he did was it came out, right. And when you lose teeth, there's a bunch of like blood that comes out. Well, instead of spitting it out or whatever, he just closed his mouth like this, right, and let it build up in his mouth, right? And we're at school, so and he told me, he's like, "Oh, I just lost my tooth, and I'm just gonna collect the blood, right?" And then so he lets it pool up in his mouth, and then he writes me a note and said, "Hey, it would be funny if we had a fake fight right now." And the plan was for me to pretend to either like punch him. Yeah, it was basically punch him or slap him. Basically, you want that motion, right? And so he was letting the blood pool up in his mouth, right? And then we get into this argument, like in the middle of the class, or not in the middle of class, right outside the classroom. We just start like, I'm just start like what the hell, man, blah blah blah. He can't talk because he's like it's filled with blood, and so he's just like, like he's just gesturing, and then I just whack him, right, and he spits out a whole, I want to say, half a water bottle. One of those, like a pint, those pint water bottles. It felt like that much blood. He just whoosh, and it, and this is where the prank goes wrong. Okay, when you plan the prank in your head, or just the scene in your head, you're gonna think, oh, it's gonna be so funny, and a bunch of blood comes out, and everyone's laughing, right? Or everyone goes, oh my god. Well, I do that to him. I go, what? And he goes, and he spits out, I'm telling you, like a whole half a pint of blood. He spits it out. And as it goes right into a girl's face. So, because, like, we're just leaving the classroom, and I push him, and we start this fake argument or fight thing. And then and then he spits it right into this girl's face. And now she's covered in baby teeth blood. Oh my gosh. And then we get detention. That's how it goes. You know, no one ever plans to get detention. Well, some people do, but I never plan. I got detention a lot. Every single time I got detention, it feels like, from Shawshank Redemption, when Andy Dufresne gets into jail and everyone's asking him, like, oh, what'd you do? They're like, oh, I'm innocent. That's how I felt like every single time I got detention. Because I get detention and it will always be for like the most random things that I did not mean any ill will, right? And I'll be in there with the other degenerates, and I just felt like I didn't belong. I'm literally the Asian kid in detention, doing his homework, making sure everything gets done, and I'm trying not to be with these people. Um, yeah, I don't know how we got here, but that's how we got there. Well, have a great day, everybody.